Ito, Russell Peters. I think isa sa mga pinaka-favorite kong comedy talaga is Russell Peters. Kasi natatandaan ko, pag bina-unload mo yun, LimeWire or Napster, pa yung mga ganun, doon siya sumikat. And ito yung parang unang stand-up comedy na napanood ko na ethnic, kumbaga specific siya sa Indian, Canadian, nakaka-relate ka. Kaya talagang tawang-tawa kami, buong tropa, Russell Peters, dinownload namin. And yung same time din na yun, ito yung mga stand-up comedy section dito. Ito, mga Def Jam talagang legendary yan. Ito, Dave Chappelle. Siyempre, nung na-discover namin si Russell Peter, is na-discover din namin si Rex Navarrete mismo. And yun, patok na patok sa amin. Yun talagang specific sa mga Filipino-American, which is Filipino-Canadian, nakaka-relate tayo. Iba yung buhay natin kumpara sa mga buhay sa Pilipinas. So pag lumaki ka dito, nag-high school ka, tapos nakisalamuha ka sa mga, sa mga multicultural, talagang iba yung, iba yung magiging upbringing mo. Kaya relate na relate ka sa mga jokes niya. So yung mga jokes kasi ni Rex Navarrete noon, pag lumaki ka dito, or siguro sa Amerika, magigets mo. Feeling ko, hindi magigets ng mga nasa Pilipinas. Mas maintindihan mo pag galing ka dito, pag pinanganak ka dito, or lumaki ka dito sa Canada man or sa US. Ngayon kasi may show si Rex Navarrete sa Bistro Manila, dito sa may Scarborough, 8 PM. So doon ako papunta ngayon. First time kong mapapanood si Rex Navarrete. So dito mas intimate yung crowd, hindi ganun kalaki, para siyang bar. So feeling ko ito yung pinakamagandang environment para sa stand-up comedy ni Rex Navarrete. As you can see, it's busy. It's busy. So ngayon, quick snack lang. Kasi malay ko ba kung anong oras matapos yun. Mas maigi na mag-Jollibee ka, sabi ni Rex Navarrete, it's hella Pinoy, man. Kaya ako hella Pinoy, hindi ka order sa Jollibee ng Coke or Pop. Order ka pineapple juice. That's hella Pinoy. Okay, tara. Punta na tayo dun. So yan, nandito tayo ngayon sa Bistro Manila sa Scarborough. Matagal na dito yan, siguro almost 20 years at paiba-iba yung ownership. So bawat change din ng ownership, nag-iiba yung vibe. So ngayon, napakaganda yung vibe, napakasaya. And syempre, napakasarap rin ng mga pagkain. Perfect location para sa comedy setting natin ngayon. Si Rex Navarrete kasi, siya yung first Filipino-American na nag-breakthrough. Yung nakapag-tour, tapos kilala sa iba't ibang lugar. Siguro nakatulong din yung mga LimeWire din kasi nada-download mo yung mismong comedy show niya. Kaya siya sumikat din nun. Kaya siya umabot dito sa Canada. Feeling ko, siya yung stepping stone eh. Siya yung nagsimula na acceptable pala yung mga jokes na Filipino. Pareha sila nakakatawa, si Rex Navarrete at si Jokoy. Si Jokoy lang siguro yung nag-mainstream na nakita. Ewan ko kung idol ba niya si Rex Navarrete or ano yung relasyon nila. Pero pag titingnan mo, parang nagsisimula lahat sa comedy. Hindi pa ganun ka-mainstream ang stand-up comedy. Pero nung narinig natin si Rex Navarrete, parang naging stepping stone siya ng mga Jokoy ngayon. Na Jokoy internationally known, tapos nagkaroon na siya ng movie. So talagang mainstream na. So acceptable na mga Filipino na jokes.
Okay there? Yeah. Everyone in the back booth bootlegging the show right now on Facebook Live? Okay.
So early 2000s, we've been listening to you, like napapakinggan ka na namin sa mga as a CD. We downloaded it on LimeWire. Hella Pinoy.
I forgive you. I forgive you.
Because you've been here for 20 plus years in this industry. What do you think changed to the Filipino audiences?
Filipino audiences just got more sophisticated with stand-up comedy. And now that, you know, I guess I am the pioneer of North American Filipino comedy, you know, between here and the States.
I actually got to go back to the motherland a few weeks ago, Spain, and yeah, Madrid. Oh my God, they don't have tacos there. Anyway, no, but I did get to go to Manila. Any folks from Manila? Yes. Fellow FOBs, Spabs in the house. Huh? FOBs, Filipinos on vacation. Huh? We just overstayed our visa and stayed in Toronto.
My writing has been a part of so many households.
Yeah.
My stories, my comedy, and I've inspired a new batch of other younger comedians, and you know, and I've gotten to work with a lot of them, especially one guy from Toronto, Ron Jossel.
You know what the difference between Chinese and Filipino tour races is? The difference between a Honda Civic and a tinted Honda Civic.
He's a good friend of mine. He also started doing comedy after, you know, working with me, and but yeah, times have changed, and now it's social media and the internet and YouTube. Things have just gotten bigger for a lot of Filipino, you know, stand-up comics.
You think the time now is better for comics than before?
It's a great time. I think we're experiencing a real resurgence, or maybe a renaissance of the performing arts. But for stand-up, it's growing. You know, with the you know, comics like Joe Coy and J.R. De Guzman and Nico Santos, the actor. You know, I mean, really, it's a really good time to be a comic, but it's a very competitive time because there's a lot of us now.
Yeah.
You know, my fault. Sorry. And I've told other comics, if you want to stand out, you have to be original. You got to be original. Right? You may borrow or be inspired every now and then, but make sure at the end of the day you got your own act, and you cannot, you know, be too influenced by someone else's work. Otherwise, it's never going to be yours.
Are we allowed to have roosters on this flight? This is my emotional support cock. If I get nervous during the flight, I just stroke my cock back and forth, back and forth.
Comedy fans are a lot more savvy, and they'll know, hey, I heard that joke from someone else. Why are you, hey, you know, so yeah, you will get checked. This is the modern age of social media, and people will fight on your behalf or fight you on their behalf. You know, instant democracy now, so you got to really create your own path.
So I sat next to him for the rest of the flight. I never felt so calm. The man was right. He stroked his cock back and forth. So calming. Go with the feathers, not against. Go with the feathers.
I would just like to thank you for being part of the Filipino-American and Canadian culture. Like for us immigrants, you know, you're a part of our identity.
I appreciate that. You know, I mean, it's always, I'm an immigrant myself, and you know, it's just I just you know, just part of that whole immigrant story of creating something from where you came from, and with what you got here, where you're at, and so, you know, I hopefully I'll just go down in the books as one of the more inspirational immigrants who came to the Americas to you know, to make people laugh. It's nice to meet new people, make new fans, and yeah, just keep going. That's the best thing.
12 feet, that's right. 12 feet. Smooth sailing. Ay shit, we're still on the ground. Sorry.
So yun, first time kong napanood si Rex Navarrete. Napakaganda, napakasaya. Ibang-iba rin kasi pag yung nanonood ka ng live comedy. Kinukuha nila sa crowd din kung ano yung reaction ng crowd. So talagang nagtatawanan lahat. Mga OG na jokes. Andon, ang kagandahan din nito, like, lalo mo siyang ma-appreciate. Kasi siya mismo yung mga lumalapit sa mga tables, binabati niya yung mga tao. simula pa lang, may connection na siya sa audience. Tapos kaya nung pagsalang niya, nandun agad, solid, and may isa pa siyang show dito sa Toronto, I think, and baka panoorin ko uli. Rex Navarrete, Real OG.